Thank you so much. Good evening once again. My name is Leah Musunga, and I am the club president of Habroni Toastmasters. Want to once again welcome you all to our meeting today. Madam VPE is our Toastmaster of the day on the call or on the way.
Hi, Madam President. She is not on the call and she says she'll only be available in about 20 minutes. I don't believe we can wait that long.
No, definitely not. Then if that is the case, then I will do my best to hold fort until our Toastmaster of the day arrives to take over the role. So basically, what does it mean to be Toastmaster of the day? So a Toastmaster of the day is basically a person who is like the MC. So their job is to make sure that the meeting runs smoothly. And they are not doing the job by themselves. Their job is normally done with collaboration with other role players who will be introduced in a few minutes. So our meeting for today is titled Power. I would just like to request if the agenda can be shared in the chat so that people will be able to follow along. So our theme for today is power, a very interesting theme for a meeting. And there's so many different things that one can think about when it comes to power. You would think power, electricity, we lose power and then we feel like we're left helpless. The age-old question is always, would you rather not have electricity or water? I'll leave that to you to decide. Then there's also power that you would find in corporate, power that you find in the body. So there are many different things. Obviously, this is Toastmasters, and we're here to work on our public speaking. Sometimes they say that this is the gym for public speaking. So maybe that's the power that we're trying to get in terms of improving our own public speaking skills. The thing I love about Toastmasters so much is that this is a safe environment where you can build your muscle, build that power so that you'll be able to speak more eloquently as you move along in your own public speaking journey. At this point, I would like to invite some of the role players who will be assisting the Toastmaster of the day. And I would like to start with our timer, whose hand is already raised. If they can just come to the virtual screen and tell us about their role this evening. Madam Timer.
Thank you, Leah. Good afternoon, good evening, fellow Toastmasters. As the timer, I will be timing the table topics, speakers, formal speeches, and the evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using let me flash these. Using our colors, green, yellow, and red, which denote the specific times remaining. As for the table topics, speakers should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow. And at 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. And for those given speeches, they should limit those to 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, I will raise the green. At 5 minutes, I will raise the yellow. And at 6 minutes, I will raise the red. Most other speeches should be 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, I will raise the green. At 6 minutes, I'll raise the yellow. And at 7 minutes, I will raise the red. The individual evaluations should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green. At 2 minutes, 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow. And at 3 minutes, I will raise the red. Thank you, Madam Toastmasters. Back to you.
Thank you so much. We always say in Toastmasters, we time everything. And our timers' responsibility is to make sure they keep us on track with that. And our timer's hand will be raised to all speakers. So just to help you to know that that is the first video that you will see when you're looking at the top of your your screen if you're on your laptop to help to guide you as you are speaking, to ensure that you do at least speak for the minimum amount of time. We'll then move over to our next role player, and I would like to invite our Hawk Master, Keneilwe, to please come to the virtual stage and tell us about your role this evening.
Good evening, Madam Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and visitors. This evening, I have the privilege of playing the role of a Hack Master. This role is very important because it encourages effective listening, both from my side and your side, as I'll be able to I'll be drafting questions from the delivered speech to ask later on as the meeting proceeds. So let us use the power of listening with intent, because you never know what questions I will ask. Thank you very much, and back to you, Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much. As she has said, our responsibility is to pay attention because she's going to have those interesting questions for us later on. I would now like to invite our R and R counter to come to the virtual stage. I know your camera is a bit down, but yeah.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My role today is a powerful one, serving as the R and arm counter. The purpose of my role is to help us become more aware of the power of our words and how that power can sometimes be weakened by small filler sounds such as you know, like, and so. Basically, throughout the meeting, I'll be listening carefully and noting each time these filler words are used. I'll also pay attention to repetitive phrases that might reduce the impact of your message. At the end of the meeting, I'll present my report to share how effectively we each harnessed the power of clear, confident speech. Remember, silence can be powerful too. Thank you. And back to you, Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much. I like that. Silence can be powerful too. Definitely being mindful of our filler words, very important in public speaking. At this point, I would like to invite our language police, and it's none other than our grammarian, Palesa, who has taken up the role to please come to the virtual stage and tell us about the role that you have undertaken.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Let me try and switch on the camera. Hopefully, I'm not too much in the dark. Okay. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. I will be your grammarian this evening, and my role is to basically listen out to the use of the English language and to pick out any interesting words the speakers might use, pick out any grammatical errors as well, if there are any. And the main thing as well is for me to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day this evening is powerful. Yes, powerful. Powerful means having control or influence over people or events. It can also mean having or producing great force of energy. To use it in a sentence, you could say, it can be argued that America was once the world's most powerful nation. This is an interesting theme and word of the day today because I do not have power. So that's what I'm currently struggling with at the moment, but hopefully we'll be able to continue. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much for that our grammarian, and as she has stated, the word of the day is powerful. And I'm definitely know for sure that our speakers today are going to produce very powerful speeches that would definitely leave an indelible mark on us today. I think I've used the word of the day. At this point, I'd like to invite our final role player of the evening. And oh, I've actually missed our table topics master. Table topics master before I invite the general evaluator. Oh, we don't have a table topics master. Sorry, I just noticed that. Okay.
Hi, Leah. I can pick
yes.
it up as well.
I can do table
Oh,
topics. It's no worry.
okay. Okay, great.
Yes. Okay. So with table topics, so that's where we get to do impromptu speaking. So that's where we have you, our guests, to be able to participate in the meeting by providing a 1 to 2 minute speech. So you just basically be speaking off the cuff. So I'd like to invite all our guests who are here to definitely participate during that particular session, because that's your opportunity to practice your own public speaking. So that is the best time to see, okay, can I be able to do this thing? But it's also a great way to challenge yourself. Finally, I would like to invite our general evaluator to please come to the virtual stage and tell us about this evening.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. My role this evening as a general evaluator is to give a general overview of the proceedings of tonight's meeting. So I'm going to give a general overview of how the meeting went, what we can do better, and what we did good at for this particular meeting. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. So our General Evaluator also chairs the evaluation session. So that's the feedback session of our meeting. So at this point, we're now going to get into the first part of our meeting. So normally our meeting is divided technically into two parts. The first part is the better speaking segment. So this is where we have people who have spent some time preparing their speeches. Then the second part would be the better listening segment. So that's where we get the feedback and all the reports from our role players who have come to the virtual stage so far. So with our first part of the meeting, so these are people, like I said, who have spent a couple of days, maybe a week, preparing for their speeches. That's why it's called better speaking, where they're providing prepared speeches. And our first speaker of the evening, I'm just trying to double check if our first speaker is here. I don't see our first speaker on the call. So, okay. I think we're gonna go straight then into our second speaker. So maybe our first speaker might arrive before our speakers conclude. So our second speaker, because I definitely saw our second speaker, is none other than Mariam, who I know is doing their first speech, which is an icebreaker. But before she comes to the virtual stage, I would like to invite Mariam's evaluator, Chandada, to please come to the virtual stage and tell us about the speech objectives of Mariam's speech. Hi, Chandada, you can tell us the speech objectives.
Hi,
Okay, we see.
good evening. I think earlier on Chanda mentioned that she had a problem with bandwidth or something like that.
Yes. And I've just checked the participant list and I just realized she has dropped off. So maybe I'll just go ahead and introduce our first speaker, and I'll serve as the evaluator for our first speaker. So I'll then just request request, Miriam, if you can just switch on your camera. I can see your microphone is on, so just requesting that you switch on your, right, there we go. So Miriam, like I said, is doing her icebreaker speech. So this is the first speech that one normally undertakes in Toastmasters. So basically the speech objectives of this speech is for Miriam to introduce herself to the club. Part of it which I'll be checking out for is just to see if she has definitely grasped the basics of writing a speech in terms of the speech structure. So with the speech title, Greener Growth, Miriam, you may take the virtual stage.
Thank you very much. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Good evening, guests. I've taken note of the word powerful as the word for the day. I don't know whether it fuels energy into our lives, or it means the power of the Lord, or we are in a powerful house. But for purposes of my speech, I chose the topic greener growth. Greener as in, you can think of a vegetation, you can think of the environment, issues of sustainability, or even the topical green energy. Growth in terms of expansion or going greater heights. But for me, greener growth appealed to me as a personal renewal, that is building confidence, moving from the tight corner that I've been, the little corner, to a more confident stage. I would like to deal with issues of stage fright. I would really want to put my communication, my verbal communication in good space. My name, as I've been introduced, is Mariam. I work for a SADC institution called SADC Development Finance Resource Center as an executive coordinator. I assumed that role in April this year. It's a role that is keeps me in center of moving parts in the organization, that is meeting deadlines, putting together things for the CEO to make meaningful or sound decisions. Now, constantly, I'll be coordinating things, supporting other team members. But now I'm more of a doer than a talker, meaning I've worked in the background or back end for many, many years. This is, I think, what motivated me to join Toastmaster, just so that I can boost my confidence level in articulating issues. Now, in terms of education, I have studied as a secretary some 20 years ago. Then I enrolled for degree in communication science with UNISA, University of South Africa, through distance learning. And then I also pursued my master's in business administration with Menkosa. It was also distance learning. Now, if you imagine a combination of the three meaning first degree, second degree, being done in a virtual mode or distance learning, plus working in the back end. This really affected my verbal communication. With the written communication, I don't have a problem at all. I can vouch for that. That is the other reason why I really wanted to push my, to motivate myself to join Toastmaster. But outside work, I'm a mother of two. They are no longer teenagers because they're done with the university and they are more confident than me. So I can say I have two mentors. It's the mentors that I have at home and the new mentor from Toastmaster. I'm also a farmer. I do horticulture, I sell vegetables. I'm into piggery, I also sell pork. But due to the same limitation of verbal communication, I'm unable to market my products such that I get value for money. Even if the products are good, I would still have those little challenges of putting forward or defending my products. Now with greener growth, I imagine transformation from the little corner to a more confident Mariam, speaking with confidence, expressing ideas that would inspire others. I'm really ready for the challenge. Now, joining Toastmaster is a way of also watering that growth, giving it sunlight, getting more practice to fine-tune my verbal communication. I like this word of the day, powerful, because it also fuels my thinking. I would really be happy to leave this place a confident woman. I thank you for this evening. Thank you.
We always say for a first speech, woo, 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 woo. Girl, big hands up, hands up. Well done, well done. Thank you so much.
I was not ready.
Thank you so much for that. We'll then, I can see our first speaker is on the call, Keneilwe, and I would like to invite Keneilwe's evaluator, Palesa, to please come to the virtual stage and give us the speech objectives of Keneilwe's speech.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day. I have the privilege this evening of evaluating Keneilwe. Keneilwe is doing her first ever speech here at Toastmasters. And the objective of her speech is to introduce herself to the club, tell us who she is, what she is about, and for us to see if she can do a speech justice by preparing the basic structure of a speech. I look forward to hearing Keneilwe's speech this evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Palesa. So with the speech title, Why I Joined Toastmasters, Keneilwe, you may take the virtual stage.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Fellow Toastmasters, guests, friends. Thank you for having me in this platform. My name is Keneilwe Binang, and I'm excited today to share with you why I joined Toastmasters. I would say from long back, actually from childhood, I grew up quite a reserved person, and I've always known, I think it's not really about being reserved, but it's mostly that I think I have so much fear in me. Many times when I'm supposed to talk or say something, I feel like I need to work on whatever that I need to say, work on my sentence before I say it, because I'm very sensitive about how it's going to come out, how the receiver is going to take it, and also being scared that maybe I'm not going to say the right thing, something like that. I think it's mostly more about doubting myself, also about being scared of maybe the response or being judged of whatever that I'll be saying. But this has always been frustrating for me because deep down, I believe, I trust that I have so much inside of me, to a point where there are times where I'll be thinking we'll be in a group and discussing, and then I have to say something. But then the problem will be I can't express myself clearly, knowing what to say, but not being able to say it. I think it's more of stage fright. And then sometimes I would even decide to be quiet than to maybe contribute to a conversation. And then it frustrates me sometimes when I have a point, I don't say it. And then in the process, someone will say that point, and then people will applaud them to say, wow, that's good. And then I'll beat myself up to say, this could be me. But unfortunately, sometimes I'll even have the answer. I'll know it's the correct answer, but just to speak out, to say the first word, it really takes a lot for me. So I've joined Toastmasters, believing that I need to break out of this shell so that I can find my inner self and be able to express myself in everything that I need to communicate. I also would like mostly, to add to that also, I think my current job now, it requires me to be communicating a lot with people. And also I have come to a point where I need to address people. I'm currently a training coordinator. So there are times where I need to address people, and it really takes a lot from me. Sometimes I feel it even steals from me because there is a lot that I'll have, but most of the time I'll be rushing my conversation just to make sure to get over with it than to be more focused in putting up the better results that I need, or that the audience or whatever speech that I will be speaking requires me to do. So I'm here today, and I'm hoping that with this step that I've taken today, I'll be able to stand out and to be the person that I really hope to be and wish to be in the future. Thank you so much for having me, and that's all I had for you.
Indeed, well done, Keneilwe. Thank you so much. Stand out so you can be the person you were meant to be. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll then move on to our third speaker, and that is Tsholofelo. And I would like to invite Tsholofelo's evaluator, Kagiso, to please come to the virtual stage and tell us the speech objectives of Tsolofelo's speech. And I'd like to request Tsholofelo to please switch on your camera.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day. I have the privilege of evaluating Tsholofelo with her first speech ever. This is her icebreaker speech. The purpose of the speech is for her to introduce herself to the club and to also learn the basic structure of public speaking. Thank you, and back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Kagiso, for that. I'm sure if you have noticed that this is our third speaker, they are all doing the same speech, which is the icebreaker speech. And that's because they recently all joined Haburani Toastmasters. So I'm really excited by them introducing themselves to the club. So our third speaker, Tsholofelo, with the speech title, Finding My Voice. Finding My Voice. Tsholofelo, you may take the virtual stage.
Okay, thank you, Madam Speaker. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Tsholofelo Senwelo. Today, I'm taking my first step towards something I've always wanted to do for a very long time, becoming a confident speaker. My icebreaker speech is titled, Finding My Voice, as it has already been said. I have actually wanted to join Toastmasters long before my employer enrolled all the staff members. When I first heard of Toastmasters, I thought, wow, this could be the answer to something I've struggled with for years, speaking with confidence. You see, I've always admired people who can stand up in front of others and just speak. They seem so calm, so composed, and so natural. That's so powerful. Meanwhile, I'm the person whose heart starts racing the moment I realize it's my time to speak. I start sweating, my voice shakes, and suddenly I forget everything I wanted to say. At work, my position requires me to give frequent updates during team meetings. But every time I find myself battling with the wave of nervousness. I start to wonder, am I saying the right things? How do I sound? Do I sound unsure? What are people thinking of me right now? And it's not just at work. The same thing happens during social gatherings or interactions. For example, at church, sometimes I'm asked to share a short message or make an announcement. And even though I know exactly what to say in my mind, the moment I stand up, everything just disappears. It's so frustrating because deep down, I know I have good ideas to share, but I just struggle to express them confidently. So when the opportunity to join Toastmasters came, I saw it as a gift, a chance to face this fear, to learn, and to grow. What I hope to achieve from this journey is not just the ability to speak well, but also the confidence to express myself clearly. Whether I'm in a meeting, at church, or in everyday conversations. I believe that confidence isn't something we are born with. It's something we build step by step, speech by speech. And today, by standing here and giving this icebreaker, I've already taken my first step and I'm proud of myself. I'm so excited to learn from each of you, to be inspired by your stories, and to one day get to inspire someone else who feels the same way I do right now. Thank you so much.
being inspired by others who are definitely here to help you along your journey to the welcome. Well done in taking that first step. Our fourth speaker, according to the agenda, unfortunately is not able to present their speech as they lost power. Power being our word of, powerful being our word of the day today. And therefore, we are only having our three speakers. So at this point, I would like to invite the timer to please come and give us the timing for our three speakers.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the day. As the timer, I will be giving my report with the prepared speeches, starting with Keneilwe Binang, who was our first speaker. Well, she came second, but she's the first speaker. You spoke for 4 minutes, 43 seconds, perfectly within the time range. Mariam Gumede, you spoke for 4 minutes, 39 seconds. Tsholofelo Senwelo, you spoke for 4 minutes, 27 seconds. So all speakers were well within the time. Well done. Thank you, Madam Toastmasters, and back to you.
Thank you so much for that. So if we are looking at our agenda right after our timer gives the report, we then go to our voting for our best effort speaker of the night. So I hope you were listening very well. So we normally just run a poll where we vote for who we think was the best, who gave the best effort speaking of the night. So I will just launch the poll, and I think we normally give it about 90 seconds for people to vote. And for the speakers, you can vote for yourself. I know people always say, should I vote for myself? But yeah, so you'll see something pop up on your screen. So we had our three speakers today: Miriam with Greener Growth, Keneilwe with Why I Joined Toastmasters, and Tsholofelo with Finding My Voice. So right now we're sitting on 61, 66%. So please vote, vote, vote. Who you think was the best effort speaker of the night? So once we reach about 80%, we normally close the poll. Something should have popped up on your screen. We're now slowly approaching 90 seconds in just a few more seconds. And we're sitting at 75% who have voted. Remember, each vote counts. So we're left with about 10 more seconds, then the poll will close. And the poll is now closed. So the results will be shared at the end of the meeting. At this point, I would like to invite our table topics master. Someone has taken up the role, and I think they should be on the call. Hasina, if you could please come to the virtual stage and take up the table topics session. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Let me just switch over. Yeah. Okay. Sorry for that. So let's start an interesting segment of our Toastmaster meeting, table topic segment. So, who is the volunteer? I would like you to come with your power of courage to take the role. Can you please raise your hand? Hi, everyone. Are you all ready for your table topic? To show
There's
your
a
Raise your
hand.
hands.
impromptu. Yeah?
Bu-
Is
Bunolo
someone
has
there?
raised. Yes, Bunolo has raised her hand.
Bonolo. Welcome, Bonolo. I hope you are fine. Are you ready for my question? Can you come on the virtual stage? I can't see you. Okay. Yeah. Hi. So, are you ready for it? What number would you like to choose? I have 1 to 10.
10 is fine.
10. Okay.
Yes.
So, my question is, what is one personal strength or superpower you possess that people wouldn't know by just looking at you? So, my questions are all themed around the theme of the day, aligned with the theme of the day. And I encourage all of you to use powerful. I'm sure powerful is such a fascinating and common word, all of you can use it. My question is, what is one personal strength or superpower you possess that people won't know by just looking at you?
Thank you, Table Topics Master, for that powerful question. The one strength that I possess that somebody would not know that I possess, I guess, by just looking at me, is emotional intelligence. I am somebody that I listen first and foremost. When somebody speaks, I listen. I listen with wanting to understand, not just listen to listen, but I listen so that I can understand first and foremost. And I believe I have empathy as well. So I normally try to see through the other person's, through the other person's mind, if I'm to put it that way. So I take in things and I process them on a deeper level. And I believe I possess that skill of emotional intelligence, and even how I react to situations. I don't normally just react on the spot. I take some time to process what has just happened, and then I react after having processed that. So in short, that is the skill that I believe I possess that nobody would know just looking at me. Thank you, Madam Table Topics Master.
Wow, Panalo. Thank you so much. And indeed, it is such an silent but most powerful strength you have. I have heard about intelligence quotient, patient quotient, but the emotional quotient is the best and the strongest power. Thank you so much for sharing with us your inner strength, your inner power. Who is the next one? Any volunteer, please? Should I? Okay. Who is the next one? Can I see? Anyone please raise your hand? My questions are easy. Please come forward. Or let me call. Should I call upon anyone? Who are the guests?
Yes, please do.
Sorry, who?
Yes, go ahead. You can pick people from the list.
Okay, I don't know why I'm not able to open the participant list. Can you
I
please?
volunteer Ernest Bakobeta.
Yes. Okay, please come
Yeah.
forward on the virtual stage. Hello. Hi, Anas, can you hear me? Please come on the stage.
Hi.
Hi, so are you ready for your
Well,
question?
hi, Tsholofelo. Good
Okay, tell me
evening.
which number do you choose?
I
Yes,
was
sorry.
not ready. I was not ready. I just went to listen to you guys.
Good that you are
So,
not ready because that's the whole purpose of impromptu speech. We don't want you to be ready.
no, even the background. So, but it will do
But
for
I'm
today.
sure you will enjoy and you will feel more powerful after giving the answer.
Hopefully.
So choose question from 1 to 9.
1 to 9.
Yeah.
Let's do 3.
3. Okay. Number 3 is what do you draw your personal power from? Is it from your knowledge, your relationship, your resilience, or something else? What is your power source? The question is, what do you draw your personal power from? Is it from knowledge, your relationship, your resilience, or something else entirely different from these options?
Good evening, Toastmasters. Thank you,
Good.
Table Topic Master, for the question. It is such a powerful question. For me, it's difficult to pick one. I think each and every one of us, we are made of a combination of things, which could be, in my case, all of the 3: knowledge, resilience, and beyond, maybe the relationships. Why do I say this? Over the years, I've realized that having the knowledge puts you to a certain level. Whether it's at work, you can have the knowledge, but the relationships that you build around that environment can elevate you to a certain extent. But beyond that, there are certain challenges that you face within the work environment, within your life, that sometimes they call for resilience. If you are not resilient, you are going to fail. If you are not resilient, you are going to stumble. So you need to, even beyond the knowledge, even beyond the relationships, to have the willpower, the resilience to say, I will do this despite the challenges. So I think for me, I'm shaped by the balance of each other of these aspects to understand that life is not only about having one skill set, it goes beyond one skill set, it goes beyond one characteristics. And that, I think, in life, that's what will make you powerful human being. Thank you.
Thank you very much. What a wisdomful reply. You integrated all the 3. And indeed, we can't just, we need the pillars, strong pillars, 3, 4. On just one, we can't stand strong. Thank you so much. And
Thank
I
you.
hope you enjoyed it. Okay, so who is our next one? You can see that my questions are not difficult. Even Ernest, without any preparation, without knowing anything, he gave such a beautiful answer. So please volunteer yourself. Why I'm not able to open my participants list?
My hand is up.
Your hand is up. Heart Master. Keneilwe. Okay,
Yes.
please come on the stage. So, hi.
Hi. Can
Okay.
I get question 2? Number
All
2.
right. Number 2.
Yes.
Okay. So your question is, if you could remove one word from the English language because of its negative power, what would it be and why? If you could remove one word from the English language because of its negative power, what would it be and why?
Good evening. Okay. Good evening, Madam. Table topics of the day. What an interesting question. If I would remove a word from the English dictionary, it would definitely be the word war, because war, people go to war for a lot of reasons, and sometimes one of the bizarre thing is they go to war in the name of peace. They hand out guns, machine guns, in pursuit of peace. So I would definitely remove it because it has devastating consequences. Children die, people are misplaced, infrastructure are destroyed, all in the name of war. So that would be the word I would remove. Thank you very much. I would
Thank
like
you.
I would like to volunteer, Precious.
Thank you so much, Kakalilo. And when I was preparing my question, and I thought, what would I give the answer? And the exactly same word, war, come in first in my mind. Thank you so much. And indeed, this era, everywhere, war is like destroying the world economy, everything. Okay, let's go to the next question. So 2, 3, and 10 are gone. Who is the next volunteer, please?
Precious.
Anyone? Raise your hand, please. Sorry.
Kakalelo volunteered, Precious. She has unmuted.
Okay, okay, this is another Kakhalelo or
No, the next speaker is Precious.
oh, Precious. Okay. So are you ready for the question? I can't see
Yes,
you.
yes,
Oh,
I'm ready.
okay, so 2, 3, and 10 are gone. What's the number you would like to take?
Question 8.
Okay, question 8 is, if I had the power. Question 8 is, if I had the power to change something very close to you, your heart. Hi, are you there? Hello? Can you hear me? Precious? Oh, what happened? Any communication from her with anyone? Madam Toastmaster of the day today?
Muted.
She's
She's muted, but I'm
Oh,
asking.
sorry
Oh,
about that. I didn't see that I was muted.
okay. So should
Yeah,
I repeat the question?
please repeat the question.
Okay, my question is, if I had the power to change anything you want to, which is close to your heart, is my question clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
May I please have that question again? If I had
Okay.
power?
Yeah, if I had the power. Okay, let me complete it. If I had the power, what you would like to change one rule that can all individual can use it and the country as a whole can benefit from it. Just if you had the power, what would you like to change?
Thank you. Uh, table topic master. I'm actually new here. This is my second Toastmasters meeting, so excuse me if I don't.
Just go ahead. There's no
Yeah.
right or wrong answer. Just speak from your heart.
Okay. That's quite a powerful question. But I think we often think of power as a grand, like the power to end wars, the power to cure diseases, the power to shape up nations. But the power I wish for is the quiet, personal, and profoundly simple. If I had the power to change anything close to my heart, I wouldn't alter a global event. I would simply just rewind the clock to a random day, maybe from 5 years ago or 3 years ago, and probably change just three words. Uh, Take for instance a simple Tuesday afternoon where I was stressed and the house was chaotic, and probably hear a shuffle as my kids entered the room and came to me and saying, "Mommy, may I please have this?" And then maybe I end up saying something like, "Please leave my room because I'm really stressed up."
Hello? Yeah? You can continue? Or did you finish? Hello? Is she unmuted again? Is she muted again? Should I go ahead?
Yes, please. I think she was done.
Okay, okay. Okay, thank you, Precious, for your thoughtful reply. And indeed, the most important thing in our life is to live in peace and having the sense of security. Thank you so much. I was also a bit interrupted in between, so I didn't give 100% concentration, focus on your answer. So, my next, can I invite another volunteer? Hello?
Yes, you can, Asina.
Yes, who is the next volunteer? Usually it opens the list. I don't know why it is not opening. Any guess? Okay, General Evaluator, Madam General Evaluator. Yeah, please come on the stage. What number would you like to take? Your
Any
account.
number is fine. I'm not sure which numbers are left, so
Okay,
any
2, 3, 2, 3, 8, and 10 are gone.
Okay, 8.
No. Sorry, number?
Number 8.
Number 8 was gone. Let me give you the number 7. Okay, is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay. Can forgiveness be a form of power? Why or why not? Can forgiveness be a form of power? Why or why not?
The word forgiveness on its own is a powerful statement or powerful word. Yes, I personally believe that forgiveness is powerful in the sense that forgiveness is not really about the next person, but forgiveness is about you. If you've ever wondered or noticed that if you have maybe a conflict with somebody or wars at work, somebody spoke about emotional intelligence. When you're an emotionally intelligent person, it allows you to forgive people, not for their sake, but for your own sake. Because every time you forgive people and let them out of your life or out of your emotions in one way or the other, it helps you to have some sort of peace of mind. It allows you to feel relieved within, and it sets you free, really. So I personally believe that forgiveness is a powerful tool. It allows you to set yourself free. It allows you also not to harbor any grudges within your heart. And the freer you are as an individual or person, the more happier you become, the more joyful you become. And because of forgiveness, you eventually become a healthy person within your soul. So forgiveness is a powerful tool that I encourage everyone here present tonight to carry in their hearts to ensure that at all times they forgive their offenders. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Such an inspiring answer, and indeed, we should all take this message home at home. Forgiveness is not just it's not a weakness, or it is not it's a real strength, and you have to move ahead in your life, leaving the grudges behind. Thank you so much. Do I have time for another? Okay, timer has raised hand, so please come on the stage. Hi, can you unmute her? Is she? Hello? Is she muted?
I think her hand
Hello,
has
I
been.
volunteer.
Okay. Please come on the stage and introduce yourself. What's your name? Hello?
Hello, sorry, I volunteer. My name is Bunala.
Okay.
Can you
Okay,
hear me?
so yeah, I can hear you. I can't see you, but I can hear you, yes. So what number would you take? 2, 3, 10, 8, and 7 are gone.
I'll take
Number
1.
1, okay. What makes you feel truly powerful? Your voice, your choices, or your values? What makes you feel truly powerful? Your voice, your choices, or your values?
I think all of them, but if I have to choose, I would say definitely my choices. Because all of us, we have the ability to choose, whether it's for our own sake, for our own good, or for our own well-being. I think that is really powerful because it doesn't give anyone the power to control you. When you have the strength and ability to make your own choices, you stay true to yourself and you live your own life according to your terms. Yeah, so that's what I think. It's definitely my choices.
Great. Wow. And
Thank you.
it's true. Yeah. Thank you so much. I liked your answer. And it's true, most of the time, the situation comes when we change our decisions. Like sometimes we can be stubborn, but sometimes we let it go. So it's not like it depends on your different situation, your values, then you make the choice. To make choice is a wisdomful power. Thank you so much. So Is my time over, or can I take one more volunteer? There's one raised hand.
No, that's just the
Sorry,
timer's hands. That's always raised.
okay.
Yes, I think the
Okay,
time
thank you.
is over.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for all your wonderful answers. We learned many good things like how to make our choices, what, from where to get your power, and how to make the decision when you have the power instead of using it for your own benefit. Do it for everyone. Thank you so much for everyone. And most of you have used the word of the day, and you really made it very interesting and inspiring. Thank you so much. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Asina, for that table topics session. And for all the speakers who raised their hands and took a step to come to the virtual stage and present an impromptu speech. Here in Toastmasters, like we said, this is a powerful environment that allows us to practice our public speaking. Whether you're just a beginner, a newbie, or an advanced speaker, this is a safe environment. So I want to encourage you all, even if you didn't have a chance to speak today, next time, raise your hand and start working on your public speaking journey. At this point, I want to invite our Hack Master. I hope you have been listening very well. She is going to be taking us through several questions, what has been happening today, to see if we have been engaging our listening skills. So I'd like to invite our Hack Master, Keneilwe, to please come to the virtual stage and ask us those questions. So I'd request all of you unmute yourself. I think she'll definitely say that, so that you can respond in a nice, fun way. Over to you, Keneilwe.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster. Greetings once more. Let me get straight to it. What issues would Mariam like to deal with? Which issue would Mariam like to deal with?
Building your confidence.
Yes. She said something else in relation to that.
Communication.
Verbal communication.
Try again.
Confidence.
Confidence.
She said stage fright.
Okay.
What was Keneilwe's speech title?
Why I joined Toastmasters.
Why I joined Toastmasters.
Yes. Which powerful strength does possess?
Please come again.
Which powerful strength does Bonolo possess?
Emotional intelligence.
Correct. What power does Precious wish to have? What does Precious?
Turn the time.
Yes, to rewind the clock to a random day. One thing that Tsholofelo wanted to do.
Join Toastmasters.
Join Toastmasters.
Another one. Join Toastmasters and
confront her fear.
She said to become a confident speaker.
No. What did my message say?
We never said all of us has the ability to do what?
Because I think
To choose,
Then
make a
some
choice.
yes, to choose.
Mm.
And that was all my questions for tonight's session. So thank you very much for making the session powerful and fun by listening. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Kahalelo, for that and for all the people who have participated. We always say the Hack Master role is the one that tests whether us, the people, the audience, are actually paying attention and giving our speakers our full attention. Thank you indeed for that powerful session. At this point, we are now going to run the poll for best table topic speaker. So we had several people who raised their hand to take up a table topic. And this is opportunity for you, if you're definitely paying attention, to vote who you think was the best effort table topic speaker. So just like before, a poll is going to come up onto your screen and you have about 90 seconds to vote for who your best effort speaker is. So there we go. The poll has been launched. We had several speakers. We had Bunolo, Enes, Kahalelo, Precious, Ahang, and Buinelo. So if you remember clearly, the speakers, I tried my best to include the title of the speech. I think I missed for Buinelo. So you can vote for who you thought was the best effort speaker. We're sitting at 44%. We're now at 50. And we're sitting at 77. Once it reaches 80%, we normally close the poll. So we just need oh, wow, okay. We've already reached 80 and it hasn't been 60 seconds. So just give it a little bit, 10 more or 15 more seconds, and then we'll close the poll and you'll be able to see the results at the end of the meeting. Okay, I'll be closing the poll. I've reached 83%, and the poll is now ending. And at this point, I would like to invite our general evaluator to please chair our general evaluation session. So I'd like to invite Ahang to the virtual stage to chair the general evaluation session. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the evening. Good evening once again. I'm going to be your general evaluator for this evening, and my role this evening entails sharing the general evaluation of how our meeting proceedings went. But before I get into my general evaluation, I'm going to call the I'm going to call the evaluators to give the evaluations on the prepared speeches. Our first evaluator was Chandada, who was evaluating Mariam. Chandada, the floor is yours. You have 2 to 3 minutes to give your evaluation on the speech that was prepared by Mariam. Thank you.
Good evening, once again, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today we witnessed a powerful beginning from our speaker, Mariam, with her icebreaker speech titled Greener Growth, which was a heartfelt reflection of her journey, one rooted in transformation, learning, and quite power of becoming a better version of oneself. I'll jump into her commendations, what Mariam excelled at. I'll give 3 pointers, 2 growth opportunities, and 1 challenge. Firstly, Mariam, you did a powerful job of telling us about yourself. That is good storytelling. You let us into your world, your experiences. That personal touch created a strong connection. Secondly, you were clear and articulate. Your words were well chosen. Your pace was steady. And your speech was clear. It gave confidence and grace. And lastly, I appreciated your eye contact. You looked up and you engaged with the audience. Those moments are truly powerful. They showed warmth, sincerity, and self-assurance. You also did well with keeping to your time. In terms of growth opportunities, I would encourage you to focus on your body language. Adding excessive gestures or small, powerful movements will bring even more energy and emotion to your message. Secondly, you can explore tone variation, playing with your voice to emphasize emotion, enthusiasm, reflection at different points. This would make your delivery even more powerful. I would also just like to challenge you that next time when you deliver your speech, do it standing up. This will give you the power to command the stage, project with confidence, and allow your gestures and presence to shine even more. As a reminder, when you give your speech, there's no need to reintroduce yourself and your speech title, as the Toastmaster would have already done so. Overall, Miriam's greener growth was powerful and inspiring. You spoke with clarity, authenticity, and purpose, and I have no doubt that, like the theme, you'll continue to grow, greener, stronger, and even more powerful with every speech that you deliver. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and well done to Miriam on giving her first speech here at Toastmasters. Well done. It takes a lot of courage to give your speech, and we look forward to hearing more of your speeches. Next up, we have Kagiso to give an evaluation of the speech that was given by Tsholofelo with the title, Finding My Voice. Kagiso, you have 2 to 3 minutes to give your evaluation. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. As I previously mentioned, I had the privilege of evaluating Tsholofelo Senwelo. This was her first icebreaker speech titled Finding My Voice. Firstly, Tsholofelo, congratulations. Congratulations for giving your first speech. Indeed, you took the first step, as you also mentioned. You brought us into your world. You've explained to us the reasons why you joined Toastmasters, what you want to work on. You want to work on your confidence so that you're confident both at work and social settings, which I think you already have confidence because I thoroughly enjoyed your speech. So I'm going to focus on 3 things that you excelled in, 3 things that you need to work on, and 3 things that you need to challenge yourself with. The things you excelled in, firstly, voice projection. You are very clear. We heard every single word you said. You are articulate and you took time with your words, which falls into the second thing that you were excellent in, your pace. You were not too fast. You were not too slow. You were just perfect. And then lastly, you were very confident and very composed, which made us enjoy your speech so much. So now moving on to things that you need to work on. Firstly, next time you give a speech, I will encourage you to do it standing, because when you're standing, it allows you to be comfortable in your body. It will open up you to use your hands to move around the space and be comfortable to take steps forward, to take steps backward. And that also helps you to engage with your audience, to grab their attention. Secondly, you had great eye contact with the audience. However, I could see that you were still referring to your speech, looking down on it. So I would encourage you that next time, read your speech, know it and understanding, because I doubt that you needed that paper because you were so prepared. So next time, put the paper away. third challenge, you were perfect on your time, 4 minutes. However, next time, don't be scared to stretch it over. You have 6 minutes. So take your time, stretch it to the maximum. Now, the last 3 things that you need to challenge yourself is next time, do it standing, use your body language. Next time, avoid reading, put the paper away. And then lastly, 6 minutes, use the time that you were given. But overall, amazing speech. I can't wait to hear more from you. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Kagiso. And to our speakers, please be reminded that the feedback session is meant to enhance your speech and your public speaking skills. And here at Toastmasters, we believe that feedback is the breakfast for champions. Now, to give our last evaluation, we have Palesa, who will be giving an evaluation on the speech that was prepared by Keneilwe with a speech title, Why I Joined Toastmasters. Palesa, you have 2 to 3 minutes to give your evaluation. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Keneilwe. Wow, what a powerful speech. Your title this evening was Why I Joined Toastmasters. And I can attest to the fact that I now understand why you joined Toastmasters. I'm going to give my evaluation in 3 parts. What I enjoyed about your speech, what I believe you excelled at, what I would have loved to see or what you can improve on, and lastly, what you can challenge yourself on going forward. Right, so firstly, with regards to what you excelled at, I appreciated the fact that the environment that you were in was well lit. We could see you, you were clear, you were visible. We had no issues with that. You also smiled while giving your speech, which exudes confidence when you do so. More oftentimes when we're giving speeches, we tend to be nervous and end up doing so with a straight face. So I appreciated your smile, which conveyed confidence in your articulation. Secondly, I appreciated the fact that you used clear language, which was easily understood. In professional settings, we tend to use jargon that is not usually understood by an audience we don't usually present to, but here you used clear words and you articulated yourself well. The third thing that I liked about your presentation was the fact that it didn't seem like you were referring much to any notes that you had down. If at all you had notes, you did a great job of not showing that. It didn't seem like you were referring to any notes. And usually as first-time speakers, we tend to have notes that often become distracting to the audience. I liked the fact that we could not see that on your end. In terms of improvements, I would have liked to know more about who Keneilwe is outside of her profession. Is Keneilwe married? Is she family-oriented? What are her hobbies? Things like that for us to just know you on a deeper level instead of your professional life. In terms of challenging yourself, at your next speech, try standing up. When you stand up, you're able to display your gestures, your hand movements, which often create connection with the audience and allow you to buttress the points that you have. So next time, think about giving your speech standing up, and I believe you will do amazing at the next speech that you give, and I cannot wait to see what you come up with next time. Thank you.
Thank you, Palesa, and a very big congratulations to all the ladies that were giving their icebreaker speeches. Congratulations to you all. Toastmaster of the day, can you kindly confirm if we're going to be now voting for the best evaluator?
Yes, let me just launch the poll for best evaluator, and then you can continue with the other reports. So I have launched the poll. So people can vote and you can continue asking for the other reports. Something should have popped up on your screen.
Okay. Yes. Moving right along with our program, we're going to be having our role players reports. I would kindly like to call on the grammarian to give the grammarian's report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. I will be giving the grammarian report this evening. As a reminder, the word of the day this evening was powerful, which I realized was interchangeable with power. So I will give people points for that. Our Toastmaster of the day, Leah, used the word of the day 3 times. Our speaker, Mariam, used it twice. I did not record the word of the day from Keneilwe. From Tsholofelo, I did not record the word of the day as well. However, with Tsholofelo, I picked up a saying that she used that resonated with me. She said, confidence isn't something we were born with, it is something we build, which I thought was quite powerful. Hasina, our table topics master, used the word of the day twice. I did not record the word of the day from Bonolo Kwapa. Ernest gave the word of the day once, and he used the words elevate, resilience, and willpower. Keneilwe did not use the word of the day. However, she did use the word bizarre, which I thought was quite nice. Precious used the word of the day twice, and she used an interesting word, which was chaotic. Akang used the word of the day 3 times and used an interesting word, which was harbor, which means to shelter. And Winolo used the word of the day once. Keneilwe used the word of the day. Oh, I did report that. Chanda used the word of the day 3 times. I would also like to point out that our Toastmaster of the day used the word indelible, which was quite interesting. That is all I have for my report this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Palesa, for that report. Up next, I'd kindly like to ask the R counter to give the R counter report. You have 2 to 3 minutes to give your report. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. As the R counter, I focused on how each of us used or at times lost the power of our words through filler sounds. I'll start off with our prepared speakers. Mariam, I picked you used the word 4 times, 2 times, and you had the word I on repeat. Keneilwe, 4 times. The word the was on repeat. Tsholofelo, the word 3 times. So once. Leah, you had the word the on repetition. Bonolo used the word so once. I used the word once, twice. Overall, our speakers demonstrated a powerful command of language today. For those who used a few filler words, remember that a brief pause allows your ideas to land with greater power and presence. Let's continue to speak with purpose, confidence, and precision so that every word we utter is truly powerful. Thank you, and back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you very much. Our last report before I give my general evaluation will be the timekeeper's report for the last session of our meeting this evening. Our timekeeper, kindly, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. I will provide my report for the table topics and for the evaluators. Firstly, on the table topics, the speakers were expected to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Bonolo, you spoke for 1 minute, 33 seconds. Ernest, you spoke for 1 minute, 43 seconds. Keneilwe, you spoke for 1 minute and 2 seconds. Precious, 1 minute, 30 seconds. Ahang, 1 minute, 30 seconds. And lastly, Brunello, 1 minute and 1 second. So all the speakers for table topics were well within the time range. Now moving on to the evaluators, they were supposed to speak for 2 to 3 minutes. Chandala, you spoke for 2 minutes, 31 seconds. And Palisa, you spoke for 3 minutes, 8 seconds, just a bit above the threshold. And then myself, Kariso, I forgot to time myself. But that is all for me. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, our role players, for those reports. Madam Toastmaster of the evening, would you like to share the results now, or should I give my general evaluation first?
Give your general evaluation first.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much to all our speakers, the prepared speeches, the table topics, and all our role players. I'm going to be giving my general evaluation of how our meeting went this evening. I would first like to commend the club on the things that we did well on this evening. Firstly, I remember when I received the invite, the meeting was supposed to be an in-person meeting, but because of the weather changes, I like how the club managed to reschedule or shift the meeting from an in-person to a virtual meeting instead of canceling the meeting altogether. Secondly, something I personally enjoy about Gaborone Toastmasters as a visiting Toastmaster is the hug session, something we don't have at our club just yet. So that's a session that I like very much because it enhances one's listening skills and not just your speaking skills. Thirdly, I also liked how we were voting for the best table topics, voting for the prepared speeches. That's something I'd also like to maybe introduce at our club. So well done on that. Fourth, a very big congratulations to the leaders on ensuring that you had 3 members giving their icebreaker speeches. That was very encouraging to see 3 new speakers giving their icebreaker speeches. Lastly, I like how the leaders here at Gaborone Toastmasters always reach out to other clubs to ask for role players. That is very good and it's very encouraging. As you can see, I'm a visiting Toastmaster, but I managed to take up a role which I personally don't like. I don't like general evaluations, but it's also enhancing my skill and working on my skill of being a general evaluator. So well done on that. Some of the few things that you can work on as a club is just ensuring that we start a bit on time. We started slightly just over time, but not too bad. And if you are a speaker and you know, or you're a role player and maybe you're going to be late for your meeting, I would kindly encourage you to communicate with the people organizing the meeting to inform them that you would be late so that they can try and reschedule or ensure that other people take up roles. And then I noticed that this evening, Palisa had almost many roles to take up. Had she been a speaker, I think she would have had 4 roles. So let's just all be encouraged to take up roles to ensure that one person is not taking up so many roles. And in closing, I would encourage the Gaborone Toastmasters to visit other clubs. One of the Toastmasters I've seen at Gaborone Toastmasters who visits our club, being eloquent, is Palisa. And personally, I would also like to sort of give not really thanks, but I always tell Palisa this, that I'm very proud of Hasina. I think my first time attending the Gaborone Toastmasters meeting, I've seen how she has grown and she really encourages me to attend your meeting clubs. Also, by visiting other clubs, you just don't see how your club members are speaking, but you get to learn from other speakers. So for instance, at Eloquent, I would know how our speakers at Eloquent speak, but the more you visit other clubs, you get to see the different speaking styles, and it also enhances your speech as a Toastmaster. So I'd encourage other Toastmasters to visit the clubs. And Hasina, I must say personally, I've seen your growth and I really like it. And that's my general evaluation. And thank you so much for joining our meeting this evening, and over to you, Madam Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator, and thank you so much indeed for highlighting the need to visit other clubs, because it gives you an opportunity for you to see how other speakers present their speeches, and it helps us grow. And that's the beauty of Toastmasters, is once you become a Toastmaster, you have the liberty to visit other clubs. You can even participate, just like what Ahang was doing today, participating in our club, and it allows you to see what other people are doing, and maybe you can take that back to your own home club. Definitely, I have benefited a lot from that. So thank you so much for the comments that were noted. We'll definitely work harder to improve as a club. And that's the reason why we love having our general evaluator be someone from outside of the club, because I feel like they definitely give us that feedback that can help us to push further so we can do better as a club. Like they always say, there's always room for improvement. Thank you so much, Ahang, for that. And at this point, I will then share the results from our voting this evening. Let me just share my slides. So we will start with the best evaluator. So based on your vote this evening, I noticed this one was very, very close. Best evaluator of the night is none other than Palisa. Woo, well done, Palisa, our Vice President of Education. And then our best effort table topic speaker based on your votes was Ernest Paco. Woo, woo, woo. Well done, Ernest, well done. And then our best effort speaker of the night was Tsholofelo Senwelo. Woo, well done, Tsholofelo, well done, well done. Well done. And always we want to appreciate Toastmasters who visit us and take up roles. So thank you so much, Ahang, for coming in and assisting us in our meeting, serving as the general evaluator. So thank you so much. Then as Gaborone Toastmasters, in terms of announcements, our next meeting is next week, which we'll be back online. And then our final meeting will be in December. That will be in person. Well, we always end of the year with an in-person meeting. So next week we'll be meeting online. And then also to remind you, we have a social event coming up this Saturday where we'll be going up the Tlokweng Hill. We convene at the Shell KFC in Tlokweng. I think it's, yeah. So I'm encouraging, if you want to just exercise for about an hour, share some table topics at the top of the hill, please join us. It's a different environment of just engaging with your fellow Toastmasters. And also, just to remind you all, we do have our May conference that's taking place in 2026. Right now, it's the early bird special that is being run. So for the conference, it's 5,500 rands, 5,500 rands. But to secure your seat, you just have to pay 1,500, and make sure that you pay off everything by the 31st of January, and the conference fee is 5,500. After 31st January, the price is going to increase. So I want to encourage you. There's a conference coming up in Lesotho that will be taking place next year around 30th April or beginning, or maybe I'm mixing up the dates right now, but yeah, so this is an opportunity for people to, within our district, 74, Botswana, Namibia, Lesotho, and South Africa, to come together and learn from each other, network. It's a great experience. You get to see the international speech contests taking place in person, the best of our district. So I definitely want to encourage you all to attend. You get to see Toastmasters at a bigger stage when you do come for conference. So as it shows you, they're saying right now it's 70%, 75%. So reserve your seats now before we run out. We have right now in Botswana, Gaborone, we have several people who are attending. So we are trying to make sure that we organize transport for the people who will be attending from Botswana. So you can reach out to myself, to Dumelo, basically the exco of Harmony Toastmasters if you're interested in attending. And sure, closer to the time, we're going to create a group just to discuss further in terms of the logistics of attending the conference. But want to encourage you all to attend the conference. And with that being said, I would now just like to just speak to one or two of our guests. And I can see Katleho. Hello, you are still on the call. Just want to find out from you, how did you find our meeting today? Hello, Katleho. Hello, Katleho. Because I see you had actually put guest in front of your name. Hello, Johanna. Are you a guest? Hello, Johanna. Oh, Precious, you had unmuted.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Johanna, yes.
Yes. Good evening, Toastmaster of the evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, definitely.
Yes, I'm a guest. I did not know how to write guest next to my name, but I will find out how to do that next time. So I'm also a Toastmaster member for another club, and I was a guest today for this Toastmaster. I find the session very powerful, like the theme of power and the word of the day powerful. And then most of the speakers of the prepared speech, what they were saying today, it really resonated with me because I'm also a new member where I joined. Yeah, so thank you so much. Yeah, it was very encouraging to see and hear what other people are benefiting from this Toastmaster. Thank you so much.
Oh, all right. Thank you so much for joining us, Diana. Hello, Precious. I see you had unmuted yourself. Are you, I think you should be a guest. Hi, Precious.
Hey, hello.
Yes, how did you find our meeting today?
The meeting was amazing. I am a guest. This is the second time I'm attending a meeting from the clubs here in Botswana. And yeah, I'm still in search of a club that I'll join. So I'm just gonna check out the clubs first before I decide on which one I'd be a member on. But overall the meeting was good. I lost my internet while on my speech, but I really enjoyed it, and I had hoped I was gonna come in person because when I saw the flyer it said in person, but the other Toastmaster told me that no, because of the rain we had to change. So
Yes,
hopefully
yes.
I'll join you guys on Saturday for the
Clockering
for
Hill.
the Clockering Hill, yes.
Yes, please just register. Yes, there is
Okay.
a link. There is a link there
Uh-huh.
just so we know how much water and some bananas we'll be buying for the people. So please
Okay.
just register on the link for us. Yeah.
So for
All
me
right.
to go for the conference next year, should I be a Toastmaster?
No, it's
Okay.
free even for non-Toastmasters members.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can attend.
I've attended the convention or 23 in Bahamas, and I really enjoyed
Wow.
it. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And you didn't join Toastmasters?
Well, I honestly did not know about Toastmasters until 22 when I moved to the US. So I came back beginning of 24 and I only visited one club, Eloquent Speakers. I visited them once. So last year I was just in and out of the country, plus I'm a new mom. So that I'm planning on joining very soon. That's why I'm saying I'm actually checking out all these clubs out before I can decide which one I'm joining.
All right, that's amazing. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Check out the clubs.
Alrighty.
All right, thank you so much for
Thank you.
that.
Where do I get the link for Saturday?
For Saturday, are you in our guest WhatsApp group?
I don't think. No, I'm not.
I
will add
I don't know.
I just shared it in the chat.
Oh, all right. Oh, you see, our exco is very quick.
Okay.
So they've shared it. It's on the chat. If you want to join us at the Tlokeng Hill, it's on the chat. Just register there. I think all the details have been provided. We look forward to seeing more people climbing as we practice our social skills. All right.
Alrighty. Thank you so much for the
Yeah.
amazing meeting.
Yeah, thank you so much, Precious, for that. And there we have it, fellow Toastmasters, our guests. We have come to the end of our meeting for today. Well done to our 3 speakers today, because I know they are just brand new speakers and already they've started on their journey. Looking forward to seeing them give more speeches so they gain that confidence and see how it impacts the rest of their lives. And that is the power of what Toastmasters can do in one's life. It can definitely change your life. I'm sure lots of people have lots of stories that they can. But thank you so much to our 3 speakers. And we have come to the end of our meeting today. And like I said, next meeting is next week, will be online. Then our final meeting in December will be in person. Looking forward to seeing you all on Saturday as we climb the Tlokeng Hill. Otherwise, see you next week right here online. I'd like to request for the recording to be stopped. And if anyone has any questions,